This video is going to cover some common classroom expectations that I normally talk about on the first days of class. It's meant to accompany my syllabus and the art department's addendum. So let's get started. First off, if you qualify for the Disabilities Act, then you have some sort of learning disability that I need to be made aware of. You should have contacted the Office of Student Counseling and Disability Services, and they'll give you a letter. You're responsible for bringing a copy of this letter to me, and then we'll discuss ways I can make accommodations for you in my classroom. So let's talk about cheating and plagiarism. The bottom line for this area is that you are responsible for creating your own work. Any willful copying or sharing of your work, especially work that's to be graded, is strictly prohibited. If you are ever caught cheating or plagiarizing, then you and everyone involved is going to get a 0 for that project. Additionally, I'm going to alert your actions to the Office of Student Success. Now, the criteria for what qualifies as plagiarism and cheating is going to be left solely up to me. So if you ever have any questions about if you're in the right or if you're copying something too much, simply let me know. We'll meet together and I'll give you some ways you can change up your design. So what about missing classes? For a class that meets twice a week, you can miss up to 7 classes per semester. But on that 8th absence, that's an automatic failure. If the class only meets 1 night a week, then you can miss up to 3 classes. On that 4th absence, that will be an automatic failure. If you're taking one of my online classes, I don't normally take roll. But if you have any excessive non-participation in the online projects or discussions, that will be an automatic failure. So what counts as an excusable absence? Excusable absences are only granted for times that are outside of your control, if you had to miss class and you couldn't avoid it. And there's 2 kinds of excusable absence. The first kind are things that you would know about ahead of time. If you're on a sports team or if you're a member of a club, then you know you're going to be going on field trips. If you'll let me know the day that you're going to miss, then I'll let you know what assignments you're missing and I can give you some extra time to make it up. Other things like if you know you have a surgery or funerals coming up, simply let me know as soon as possible ahead of time what day you're going to miss. The second kind of excusable absences are for emergency purposes. These are things that are unplanned and you couldn't have avoided them. So if you're a commuter and your car breaks down, that's an emergency. Let me know as soon as you can that you're okay and also what the problem is. If you ever wake up early in the morning and you simply feel sick and you've got to go to the doctor and get a doctor's excuse. I'll excuse you for the day and give you some extra time to work on your assignments. Other things like family issues can come up as well. You don't have to be specific about the emergency that came up, but let me know that you're okay. Also, let me know in a timely manner that the reason you missed was for emergency reasons. If you let me know a week later that you were in the hospital, that you had to go to a doctor, that's not an excusable reason for missing class, and I can't accept that. You've got to let me know as soon as possible why you missed and for what reason it was done for. So what's not an excusable reason for missing class? Here's a list of some common things that I hear every semester, and here's going to be my reason why I don't excuse them. First off, if you wake up and you feel bad, let's say you have a headache or you just feel sick to your stomach. I'm sorry that you're feeling bad, but see if you can take some aspirin and still come to class and see what we're doing that day. At best, I can let you go early. What if your family is in town and wants to visit with you? I love visiting with my family too, but your family needs to know that you're a student first and that you can't skip classes in order to meet with them. They should be meeting with you at a time that's most convenient for your class schedule. What if you have work or you have a job that conflicts with the class? If this is the case, you need to be talking with your boss about working at a time or a shift that doesn't conflict with your required classes. Or see if there's a class that's available that works with your job schedule. Missing class because you have a job is not an excusable reason. What if you have other work that you need to work on? Now, a lot of students tend to take on a lot of classes. As a student, you're responsible for juggling all the projects that are due in my class as well as others. Take some time every day to work on your stuff outside of class. Do your homework, stay up to date on assignments, and know when things are due. It's not excusable to say that you have a lot of work in another class and you have to shirk your responsibilities in my class. Finally, what if you're upset with me, or maybe you're upset with another student? Now this is a big one, and I definitely don't want you to miss class because of it. If you have an issue with me, please come to me and talk to me about it. We can talk in my office or before or after class. But I want to be able to set right what you feel is wrong. I want to apologize if I have to. And if you ever have a problem with another student, definitely come to me first and talk about it. We'll see if we can find some way of figuring something out.